Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the laws of weight. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the features of and accidental error. So, before going into the details of the laws of weight, we have discussed that the most probable value of a quantity is equal to the arithmetic mean if all the observations are of equal weight. By taking the simple mean, you can find out the most probable value. Then the most probable value of a quantity is equal to the weighted arithmetic mean if the observations are of unequal weight. That means when the observations are weighted, then by taking the weighted mean, you will get the most probable value of a quantity. So, according to the principle of the least square, the most probable value of an observed quantity available from a given set of observation is the one for which the sum of the squares of the residual error is minimum. So, we have discussed also the residual error is nothing but the residual error is the difference between the individual observation and the most probable value of a quantity. And after squaring the residual error, if you are getting the sum of the square of the residual error is minimum. This is the basic principle of the least square method. So, again repeating again, according to the principle of the least square, the most probable value of an observed quantity available from a given set of observation is the one for which the sum of the squares of the residual error is a minimum. So, from the method of least square, the following laws of weights are established. We will discuss the different laws of weight. The first law is the weight of the arithmetic mean of several observations of unit weight is equal to the number of observation. When certain operations are carried out, maybe adding, multiplication or the division, subtracting the values from the constant, then whatever the value we are getting, for that result you have to assign the weight according to this laws. So, the first simple law is the weight of the arithmetic mean of several observations of unit weight is equal to the number of observation. That means, when you determine the most probable value of a quantity, when all the observations are of same weight, then the weight of the result is equal to the number of observation. So, same can be discussed by taking this simple example. So, let an angle A be measured 6 times and you are getting the 6 observations are 30 degree 20 minutes 8 seconds, weight is 1, 30 degree 20 minutes 10 seconds, 30 degree 20 minutes 7 seconds, 30 degree 20 minutes 10 seconds, 30 degree 20 minutes 9 seconds, 30 degree 20 minutes and 10 seconds. If you look at all the observation, some variation there is in seconds only, degrees and minutes are remaining same. That means, when you take the mean of all the observations to get the most probable value, then the degrees and minutes will remain same, only there will be some change in the second. So, what we have to verify? The weight of the arithmetic mean of several observations of unit weight is equal to the number of observation. So, the arithmetic mean for this all 6 observation, so is 30 degree 20 minutes and 9 seconds, and for this result, when you assign the weight, as all the observations are of same weight, just by adding all this, so means number of observations are 6, therefore weight of this result is 6. This is the law 1. So, weight of the arithmetic mean is equal to number of observation, therefore we have assigned the weight 6. This is the first law. Second law, the weight of the weighted arithmetic mean of several observations is equal to the sum of the individual weights of observation. When you are dealing with the weighted observations, observations are having the different weight, then how to assign the weight for this weighted arithmetic mean? Again, these are the 6 observations, but each observation is having the different weight. Weighted observations are there. So for observation number 1, weight is 2, then second 3, 2, again 3, 4 and 2. To find out the weighted arithmetic mean, again here degrees and minutes are same, only some variation in second. So to find out the weighted arithmetic mean, you have to multiply this weight with the individual observation. So the first calculation will be, so multiply this 8 seconds with the 2, so 8 into 2. Then for second observation, so 10, weight is 3, so product of 10 into 3. For third observation, again, so third observation 6 into 2, so you are getting 6 into 2. For fourth one 10 into 3, so product of 10 into 3. Then fifth one 9 into 4, so 9 into 4, and for last one 10 into 2, so 10 into 2. So weighted arithmetic mean is 30 degree, 20 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay, so the degrees and minutes are same, so its weighted mean will remain same. So 30 degree, 20 minutes and 9 is the weighted arithmetic mean. So this is the result. So most probable value of the 6th observation is the weighted arithmetic mean, and for this mean the weight is equal to the number of weights is equal to the addition of all the weights, summation of all the weights. So 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2. So addition is 16. So the weight of the quantity 30 degree, 20 minutes, 9 seconds is 60, is the summation of weights. This is the second law. Then the third law, in case of 2 or more quantities are added algebraically, if you add the 2 angles, or if you add algebraically, that is considering the sign, that is summation of 2 angles or the subtraction of the 2 angles. In case of 2 or more quantities are added algebraically, the weight of algebraic sum, that is the weight of the result of 2 or more quantities, is equal to the reciprocal of the sum of reciprocals of individual weight. Be careful here, read the statement carefully. When you add the 2 quantities algebraically considering the sign, then the weight of the result is equal to the reciprocal of the sum of the reciprocals of individual weights. We will take the simple example. Say the 2 angles, angle A with the weight 4, angle B with weight 2. If you add these 2 angles, if you do the summation of A plus B, so the summation of A plus B is 45 degree, 40 minutes and 16 seconds. So for this operation, that is what is addition of these 2 angles, what is the weight of this result? So weight of this result is, first do this, first take the reciprocal of individual weight, individual observation, weight of an individual observation. For angle A, weight is 4, so its reciprocal is 1 by 4. For second observation, that is angle B, weight is 2, the reciprocal is 1 by 2. So take the sum of reciprocals of individual weight. So if you do the summation of this reciprocals of individual weight, you are getting the result, that is 3 by 4. But the law says when you are adding these two quantities algebraically, then weight of this result is the reciprocal of the sum. That means reciprocal of the sum of reciprocals of individual weight. The sum of reciprocal is 3 by 4 and the reciprocal of this sum is 4 by 3. Therefore, weight of A plus B is 4 by 3. This is the law number 3. In case of two or more quantities are added algebraically, the weight of the algebraic sum of two or more quantities is equal to the reciprocal of the sum of the reciprocals of individual weight. That's why the weight of this result is 4 by 3. The next law, if a quantity of a given weight is multiplied by a factor, if any quantity is multiplied by a factor, the weight of the result is obtained by dividing its given weight by the square of the factor. So, the simple example is given. So, the quantity A, so A is equal to 30 degree, 15 minutes and 8 seconds. Its weight is 6. If you multiply this quantity by 3, this is the factor. If you multiply this observation A, this quantity A by 3, then we are getting 3A is equal to 90 degree, 45 minutes, 24 seconds. So, 30 into 3 90, 15 into 3 45, 8 into 3 24. So, the weight according to this law, weight for this result is the individual weight divided by the square of the factor which you have multiplied with this quantity. So, if a quantity is multiplied by a factor, the weight of the result is obtained by dividing its given weight by the square of the factor. So, you are dividing this given weight by square of the factor, that is 3 square of 3 is 9, and if it is simplification, then the weight of the result is 2 by 3. This is the law number 4. Then law number 5. If a quantity of given weight is divided by a factor, the weight of the result is obtained by multiplying its given weight by the square of the factor. Suppose the quantity A is equal to 90 degree, 45 minutes, 24 seconds, the weight is 2. If you divide it by 3, then you are getting the results. So, A by 3 is equal to 30 degree, 15 minutes, 8 seconds, and according to this law number 5, if you divide this quantity by a certain factor, then the weight of the result is equal to weight multiplied by the square of the factor. So, 2 into square of the factor, that is 9, 9 into 2, 18. This is law number 5. Then law number 6, if an equation is multiplied by its own weight, if an equation is multiplied by its own weight, that means the equation A plus B is equal to 20 degree, 15 minutes, 24 minutes. If you multiply this equation its own weight 2, then the weight of the resulting equation is equal to the reciprocal of the weight of the equation. So, A plus B is multiplied with this weight 2, then 2 into A plus B is 40 degree, 30 minutes, 48 seconds, and its weight is reciprocal of the weight. So, reciprocal of the weight is 1 by 2. This is the law number 6. And the law number 7, the weight of the equation remains unchanged if all the signs of the equations are changed, or if the equation is added or subtracted from a constant. I am repeating again, the weight of the equations remains unchanged if all the signs of the equations are changed or if the equation is added or subtracted from a constant. Let us say a plus b is equal to 180 degree 20 minutes with weight 2. If this equation is subtracted from the constant, say 180 degree, so 180 degree minus a plus b, so result is 99 degree 40 minutes. So weight of the result will remain same because we have subtracted this equation from the constant. The weight of the equation remains unchanged if all the signs of the equations are changed or if the equation is added or subtracted from the constant. So these are the 7 important laws. Then we discuss about how the weights are assigned to the field observations. When we are conducting the survey, you may be deal with the linear measurement, when you will deal with the angular measurement, how the weights are assigned to the observations. So the following rules may be employed in giving the weights to the various field observation. Rule number 1, the weight of an angle varies directly as the number of observations made for the measurement of that angle. That means if you measure the one particular single angle 6 times, then the weight of the result, that is whatever the value we are getting, most probable value, that weight of the mean will be the number of observation. So the weight of an angle varies directly as the number of observations made for the measurement of that angle. If you measure the angle, particular angle 6 times, then you have to assign the weight 6. Then next rule is weights vary inversely as the length of various routes in the case of line of levels. Try to understand this. Weights vary inversely as the length of various routes in case of lines of level. That means if the length of the route is increasing, then you have to assign the smaller weight. If the length of the route is less, you have to assign the higher weights, more weights. So weights vary inversely as the length of various routes in case of line of levels. Third rule is, if an angle is measured large number of times, its weight is inversely proportional to the square of the probable error. Try to understand. If an angle is measured a large number of times, its weight is inversely proportional to the square of the probable error. We have discussed in the previous lecture how the probable error in the single observation is determined. If the probable error is known, then its weight is inversely proportional to the square of the probable error. While distributing this error to the field measurements in order to get the most probable values of the quantity, then this rule will be useful. So these are the 3 rules for assigning the weights to the observation. Thank you.